You're not on? There it is.
I'm on.
They're on now.
Yeah.
Okay, Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Here.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
And Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
I need a first and a second to approve the agenda. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
I'm going to do this again. Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
I need a first and a second for approval of the minutes from the January 12th organizational meeting.
So moved.
Brian,
I'll second it.
Linda, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
I need approval of minutes for the January 12th regular board meeting.
So moved.
Dan,
I'll second it.
Linda, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. I need a first and a second for approval of the minutes from the January 29th special meeting. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Brian, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
John, student staff presentation.
Okay, our student and staff presentation for this month is the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. Mr. Kermovner, the director of our preschool, is, if you grab that mic so we can hear you talk in the mic, he is going to lead the presentation, and I will turn it over to Mr. Kermovner to take it away.
Very good, thank you. Board, superintendent, treasurer, community, thank you for inviting us here this evening. There's nothing, I think, better. So, without me talking, but showing what the Berkshire Preschool Childhood Center. So, while I'm speaking, we're going to have our friends playing, and we will introduce them through the presentation along with our staff members. So, here we go. There's a list. It takes a family, it takes a village to do the things that we do with our kiddos, and that gives you an idea of all the people it does take, beyond even the people that are here. So, couple of recognizable faces. Again, my name is Mr. Kermovner, or Bill Kermovner, also known at the preschool as Mr. Bill. So for some of us older folks that are familiar with Saturday Night Live, that's part of it. I've got to get used to that. And then we have our administrative assistant, Miss Amy. So we have Miss Stephanie, who is here at one of our centers, and then Miss Chelsea, who is also at one of our centers here. Mr. Alec is at the back, bringing his new one, along with Miss Nicole, and Miss Megan is right up front here. And we have Miss Lisa, who is in charge of putting the presentation together, and Miss Dom is right up front, wave. And then we have another paraprofessional, Miss Kim, and then we have our sub, and also who does our morning care is Miss Chris. Also, Miss Marianne, who is responsible for the curriculum and putting a lot of this presentation together, along with Miss Beth, who is right over there at the first center. And then we have Miss Alyssa and Miss Michelle, again, our parapros. Our program is divided up into 3 classrooms of 41 students. We have our buddies and explorers and cubs. We also have our related service folk that are not here with us that work with speech and occupational therapy and physical therapy. Before and after care, we handle at our new facility too, the big gray facility up on top of the hill. So that kind of gives us, what you've heard for the last 2 presentations is this thing called creative curriculum, in which we do. It is play-based. School should be fun. And we know that over years, that fun tails off a little bit with our kiddos, but this is a great way to get our kids engaged and they love it. Talks about formatted curriculum, assignment tools and documentation, tangible resources and mighty minutes, quick activities and digital games that are aligned. Also, it goes a little bit more on about our lights unit in which we are featuring, and you see our friends playing through activities up front. So again, this is just one of a number of units that we do throughout the year. And again, this is the unit called Lights. Also, we have highlighted the standards for each of them. Again, it is play-based, but it's related to our content standards. And they're above for each of the centers that we have. We have 3 centers, tables with our friends. Also, to give you some idea of our kiddos or our friends that we call them, we're going to kind of go through them, but we wanted to highlight showing you some of the activities that they do. And if you notice, they're all happy, so they must be having fun too. They're all smiling. And again, we have examples from each of the classrooms. They never had these type of units or lessons when I was going to school. So we also have what we call a dance party on Fridays. And this was an example. We put together the culmination of our light unit was the activity. We had a light ceremony or festival, and Miss Beth really ran the of organizing it and putting it together. We had parents help donate some of the materials that we needed. Our parents are fantastic to do that. But look at the fun and things that they are doing with lights. Okay. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with Miss Stephanie over there just to introduce our friends, and then we're going to go to over here to Miss Megan's group and then the center group. So go ahead, Miss Stephanie.
So over here we've got some of our mock teachers, and what they're doing is they're taking a flashlight and putting it through it and storing all the cool things they can see, along with our magnet tiles that we can use on the tables as well. And then this is Colton, and this is Sister Riley who's sitting here playing.
And we also like to thank the parents for bringing some of our friends along here tonight. Again, a lot of these activities too are STEM-based or STEAM-based, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, all put together. Every Friday, we have a neat STEAM activity that we do with the kids so they can actually see and do with hands-on approach. So why don't we go down to our table over here, our center over here. Miss Marianne, you are up. Okay.
Right here at this center, we have a light break, and we also have like a salt writing tray. So for the salt writing tray, we have like 3 writing lines, which are like, X, O, zigzags, those kinds of things, but they can practice with different writing utensils, different thicknesses and things. And then the light bright is really good for the pincher grasp and the fine motor. So also while making pictures, storytelling, that kind of stuff. That's
Fun.
All right, thank you.
And this is Miss Mandy, and this is Miss Baby. I like to call her Baby.
And our center table, Miss May.
Hi. Over here we have our light bright table, and it has different letters and numbers. Here, if you want to hold up, it has different blocks. You can look through and see the different colors, build different things while working on recognizing letters and numbers. And here I have Carrot and Tyler.
Thank you. So a couple of things last year, we had just we had graduated over 25 kids onto kindergarten. We replaced that, and now the program is at 41 and growing. We grow actually almost every week with a new friend coming to us. And that's great, but it shows most of our students are in our program all day, every day, and they're having a lot of fun. And again, you can tell by their faces, but also by attendance. They want to come to school. Isn't that the way it should be? And they're having fun. So I'm very proud of our friends, but also we have a great, talented group of staff. And again, this program would not be possible and the success of the program without such talented people. And they're really showing their skills, especially every day with our kiddos. And again, we appreciate the board and the superintendent and treasurer for putting us in our new facility. It's been wonderful, and that's really made a difference as well. State of the art, just with bathrooms. You may laugh at this, but there's a bathroom in each room. That is very important at preschool, and that has helped us out so much, along with the proximity of all the classrooms where the teachers meet weekly, and they're actually teaching the same standards at the same time, and they're collaborating. So at this time, again, I wanted to show the fruits of their efforts and ours, and we're very proud of our friends here at the preschool level or at the Berkshire Early Childhood Center. So thank you for having us again this evening.
I did share a message that we got from a parent who was really excited, shared that with the board. And so they all got to read that, and that was really nice. And board members, do you have any questions for any of the preschool staff?
Well, all I wanted to say was, yes, you did share that message, and in the message, it specifically talks about all of you that take care of their kids, and how it's not easy for them to give their kids up and bring them here to give them up, but they're very trusting and very appreciative of everything you do. So hats off to all of you, because these kind of messages, we don't get a whole lot of emails that we get to see like this. That's a testament of the job that all of you do. So you could take a bow.
Also, you can see how comfortable they are with all of you too, like hugging and like getting right there, like in your faces, because they probably just love you guys as teachers.
Thank you. You're more than welcome to stay, but you're more than welcome to go as well. It's all up to you.
Yeah, thank you, kids and teachers and parents.
Thank you. At this point, we have public participation. You're more than welcome to come up with the microphone, address the board for any comments. Okay. I see no one is coming up for public participation. So we will continue. Treasurer's report.
Thank you. Let the record reflect the treasurer submitted a statement to the board and to the superintendent showing the revenues and receipts, their sources derived, the various appropriations made by the board, the expenditures and disbursements, the purposes and balances remaining in each fund. The financial statements for the period ending January 2026 has been submitted subject to audit and includes the financial summary, appropriation and revenue summary, check register recap, and bank reconciliation. I have a motion to approve the following donations. We had a donation from Little Annie's Hope Train, the Schlink Foundation for $24,381, Catherine McGranahan for $50 for school lunches, and $500 from the Rotary Club of Burton and Middlefield for the girls wrestling. And then finally, the Preston Superstore along with Ford Motor Company. That is the total of what they've contributed in addition to the $750,000 that they donated to buy the property. So that was for the remodel of buildings A and B, the building C where the paint booth is, and then building a new building for our classroom.
That's awesome.
$833,079.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. That's awesome.
It is amazing to me how much that they have taken all of these people that we get donations from. And we have them every month that people want to see success come out of this school and this program. And Pat and his group, I really don't know that you really can't say enough of what they do. One question, Beth, that foundation grant, is that specific to anything?
Yes, to IT functions.
Thank you. Anyone else? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
and Mr. Wadsworth.
Yes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the following financial amendments as listed?
So
So-
moved.
I'll second it.
Dan and Linda. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes.
Mrs. Stone,
Yes.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
and Mr. Berman.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so next is the five-year forecast. So if you recall, the legislation passed in, I guess it was last November or October, well, it must have been August or September, requires us to do a February forecast now. I will tell you, there's a lot of unknowns on this forecast, so we will be doing a May forecast as well. So just to remind you, the objectives of the forecast is to engage the board and the community in financial discussions. It allows us to do a certification, which is a 412 certificate, and that's for contracts. And then it allows the Ohio Department of Education and the Auditor State's Office to identify schools with potential financial issues. So just to remind you of our tax structure, we are currently at the 20 mil floor, so that means when property values increase, real estate taxes increase, and vice versa. We have 1% earned income tax and a 2.45 mil bond levy. In 2023 was the last big reappraisal, and home values increased by 29.73%. And then we did have a PI renewal that failed in November 24, so it's no longer on the books. So back in December 19th of last year, Governor DeWine signed into law 4 pieces of legislation that had a major impact on property tax reform. And one in particular has really affected Berkshire a lot. So House Bill 129 changes the way that fixed sum levies are included into the school district's floor calculation. House Bill 186 caps the revenue growth of the 20 mil floor districts, which we are. And then House Bill 335 limits the revenue increases from inside millage. And House Bill 309 gives more authority to the local budget commission. So I want to really concentrate on House Bill 186 because this is the biggest unknown and the biggest effect on our district. And it's important to note that we don't know how this is going to be calculated. So they passed this legislation and we're required to do a February forecast, but we don't know what the calculation is. So it's a little bit frustrating. This will limit how much a school can grow in property tax based on the reappraisal. It did double the homestead and rollback credits, which is great for the taxpayer. It's a retroactive bill, so those increases we saw back in 2023 are now going to be taken away and capped at inflation. And like I said, we don't know the calculation yet. We believe it's going to be a little over $1 million for 1 year and then potentially an additional $3 million through the life of this forecast of 2030. So as I said in our special meeting, we will not know that calculation until April 20th. So in May, we will do a new forecast. So this is, this graphic compares the district's 5-year forecast with property tax reform and without it. So essentially, the forecast we had in October 25 to today's forecast. So you can see without property tax reform, the district's cash balance was steadily declining and became negative in 29, and it continued to worsen through 2030. Well, with property tax reform, we've seen the cash balance decline faster, and we will be going into the negative in 2028. So that will put us in a fiscal caution with the Ohio Department of Education. So once this is filed, we will receive what they call a 10-day letter. So we'll be required to submit cuts, levy plans, what the plan is to get rid of that negative. So this next slide, I just want to show you how school funding has changed and how it's putting a bigger burden on the taxpayers. So in 1997, which is the left-hand slide, the past slide, that's the funding formula when the DeRolf case was entered into the Ohio Supreme Court or Court of Appeals, and our school funding was declared unconstitutional. So you can see there's 47% was being contributed by the state. Now today, the state contributes 31%, so it's even more unconstitutional, and that's forcing the local taxpayers to fund more of education. And as Dr. Stoddard has said in the past, it's supposed to be a 50-50 split, and it's not anymore. It's not even close. So then this next slide shows you that this is a great graphic, and it shows the percentage of change between revenues and expenditures versus inflation. It's not an expenditure problem for us. It's a funding problem. You can see the green line represents inflation, and you can see that our expenditures are typically lower than inflation, but so are our revenues. So that's reinforces the problem is not how we're spending, it's how we're being funded and how revenues are being capped.
So shifting of the burden from the state funding schools to local property taxes funding schools.
And this graphic also represents that. You can see the gap on the left-hand side. It's pretty far apart still, but it's just getting further and further apart. So this is our cash balance. You can see in 28, we're in the negative. Expenditures are outpacing revenues. You can see expenditures really aren't going up, that quickly at all. But in 28, we're definitely in trouble. And then I just want to emphasize, we do not know fully what that deduction is going to be for 28, 29, and 30. And you can see in 2027, we are ending with 7 days cash. So it's imperative that we make any adjustments at the end of this school year, beginning of next.
So what's next for us? It's going to be a combination of things. The fact that we'll be in fiscal caution will mean we'll have to put out a plan, but we will have to have some level of expenditure reductions. And what do expenditure reductions mean at schools? That means cuts. So we will have to make some type of cut somehow, some way. Our ultimate goal is to stay as far away from the classroom as possible and then work inward. So we will try to make our cuts as far away from the classroom as we can, and hopefully between a combination of cuts and additional revenues, we don't have to make drastic cuts, but we'll know that plan better in April when we have the exact calculation. We're also going to have to add revenue to replace some of the lost revenue, and the only way for school districts to really add significant revenue is through levy. So there will be a levy campaign of some sort. We made the decision at the special meeting not to run one in May because we don't know enough. So we will be deciding in April what we need, and we'll start running that campaign to shoot for next November when we know more. And then we're also going to have to add more revenue streams. We're going to have to add programs that not only add value in terms of the programming, but bring in revenue. Preschool is one. You saw the preschoolers here presenting. Preschool and Badger Care bring in tuition, so that helps us. Our business partnerships, as you saw with the donations from Preston and some other business partnerships, those will bring in revenue streams as well. Seats in our workforce development pathways. Currently, we have West Geauga purchasing some seats in our mechanical tech, so they have students in our program that's over at Preston, and we have other districts that are asking us all the time if we have open seats, so we'll start to make those available. Also, seats in our vocational program, our jobs program. We're working right now with 4 different districts who are buying seats in our high school vocational program. Right now, that's probably bringing in the most consistent revenue for us. And then we're going to have to look at other revenue generating programs. We've been working with the courts and the magistrate on some potential alternative school programs, which would be for court-placed students. And court-placed students for us are very expensive because they have to go wherever the court places them, and then we have to pay whatever that program costs. So if we have a program and the courts can place our kids in our program, that will save us. But then also if other local districts have kids who would need to go into a program and we have open seats, they could go into our program. That would generate some revenue and also save those local districts the large expenses that we have from outplacing our kids in other programs. So those are the things that we're going to have to do. And again, it's going to have to be a combination of some cuts and a levy and some additional programming that will bring in some more revenue. And so in April, we should know exactly what we'll need to ask for and then be able to put a plan together and move forward.
Any questions?
Isn't there another factor too, in case the tax, the no tax or taxing property taxes get abolished? Because that would be in this next fiscal year.
Yeah,
too.
that's a whole nother issue.
That will likely, if property taxes are abolished, it would, right now, the state is constitutionally bound to support a system of common schools, so they would have to find another way to fund the schools. Now, whether that means drastic budget cuts or what, we don't know yet, but that's where we'll have to, that will be a whole nother animal, a whole nother plan of attack when that happens.
Anyone else?
No.
I will make the motion.
Second.
Brian will second.
Mrs.
Any
Stone?
fur- any-
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
And Mr. Manfredi?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Beth. John, Superintendent's report.
I would like to request a motion to approve the following personnel for classified and certified as listed.
So moved.
I'll second it.
All right, Dan and Linda. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes,
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
I would like to request a motion to approve the following volunteers as listed.
So moved.
Brian.
I will second.
Dan. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
I would like to request a motion to approve the following contracts as attached.
So moved.
I'll
Second.
Linda, second. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Like to request a motion to authorize the continued membership in the Ohio High School Athletic Association for the 2026-2027 school year.
So move.
Brian. I'll second. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
I would like to request a motion to approve the following overnight trips for softball to Pigeon Forge and for baseball to Myrtle Beach. Both will be during our spring break.
So moved.
Dan.
I'll second.
Linda. Any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stone?
Yes.
Mr. Townsend?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Berman?
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi?
Yes. Thank you, John. Old business.
I don't have any old business other than, we've already talked about old business in the financial forecast, which was largely the same thing we talked about at our special meeting in January. But I do have some things in new business because that's not all that's not the only challenge we're being faced with
Okay,
right
I've
now.
got one item in old business, treasurer's search. Are we still getting, what is our dates on that?
The application window closes at the end of this month. And right now I have one application. It's for a gentleman from Kettering Schools, close to Dayton. I have heard that there are at least two more that will apply. I think they're waiting till close to the deadline. So the goal would be to whoever we get the applications for, to share that with our search team here, which is myself, Beth, I believe Mr. Wadsworth, and Mr. Manfredi. And we'll decide if we want to interview all three or if we want to interview two of the three, and then see if those three are sufficient to make our choice.
Well, the one from Kettering, we should definitely bring up during a snowstorm,
Sure.
just like we did our superintendent.
If that doesn't scare them away, nothing will.
Okay, new business.
Okay, I want to talk about some more state legislation that I think you need to be aware of that potentially could affect us. First is House Bill 671. That is a bill that is being proposed to withhold funding for any school district that has participated in the Vouchers Hurt Ohio lawsuit, which is 330 districts across the state, including Berkshire. We actually won in the initial court case, and it was declared that the vouchers were unconstitutional. That's currently under appeal. My editorial opinion is that the state legislature feels like we might win again, so they're trying to intimidate us into withdrawing from the lawsuit, because the bill essentially is written as long as we're a part of the lawsuit, the state will not give us funding. So that will go to the House for a vote here soon. So we could potentially be looking at no local property tax funding because it's abolished, and then no state funding as well because they don't want to fund us because of the lawsuit. So that could be tough on the horizon. I think it's just a bullying tactic, I think. So hopefully the rest of the House will see the same thing. Also, there's House Bill 304 currently on the floor, and House Bill 304 is to mandate all public schools in the state of Ohio to provide 2 separate 30-minute recess periods in grades K through 8. So essentially adding an hour of recess to the day in grades K through 8. No mention of where to take the time from or how to extend the time or how to compensate staff for the extra time or how to cover the extra time. No relief to any kind of other requirements. No curricular relief, no testing relief, just you will add 2 30-minute periods of recess. Currently, we don't have recess for middle school. So it would be an entirely new block of recess that would have to be added. So again, that's a mandate. If that goes through, that's another mandate that they don't provide funding for. When we talk about unfunded mandates and people ask how we spend our money, that's something that we're forced to spend our money on that we wouldn't have had to before.
I think I know the answer, but what about private schools?
No,
Oh,
only public
shocking.
schools, not charter schools either. Which leads me to House Bill 2. House Bill 2 has been stalled. House Bill 2 was a bill that would have required transparency, audits, and other things for for-profit educational organizations like charter schools. House 2 has been stalled by legislators, we feel, because their lobbyists in the for-profit education have asked them to not make them accountable. So it's just an interesting combination of reductions in funding and now these additional reductions in funding or additions to what we have to do, on top of the fact that at the same time they've decided that for-profit educational institutions don't need any oversight or accountability. So
Do you think the lieutenant governor would know much about House Bill 304 and how it could be instituted?
we can ask him when he comes.
Be a good idea.
What is the logic behind that? That just allowing kids to burn off more energy throughout the day? Too much stationary time?
I'm not sure. I think rightly kids need to move and be more active.
Sure.
But I think we need to find ways to do that,
Within, right.
or find relief in other things. Like
Yeah.
I believe you saw preschool, a lot of play-based preschool. I do believe that kids of all ages need more play and more unstructured activity. The problem is we don't have room for unstructured activity, and our school day is longer than most. So this is going to be a strain on a lot of people. I agree we should have more unstructured activity. So they should take some structure away.
Out. Right. Not force.
The difficulty here with legislation, with our legislators, is they always cry about regulation and how regulation strangles businesses and regulation stifles creativity, but they have no problem strangling us with regulation. If you deregulate us, I think we could be more creative and innovative and do more things and, use our resources in different ways. But it's like either the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, or the left hand wants to destroy the right hand.
That's right.
Does, in that legislation in 304, does it have to be a half hour straight?
I think so. It calls for 2 separate half-hour blocks.
Okay, just
There's so much time.
Currently, our longest recess is 20 minutes.
Like, what is the percentage of the school day that would be recessed then? An hour of how long is a child's school day?
Students are in session for just under 7 hours, so it'd be 1/7 of their day would be recess.
And don't they, like, even through project-based learning, they're getting up and moving
Yeah.
around and moving to different stations, and so part of it is that they want movement and free play, which I think,
We encourage movement, and we have arts, and we have everyone takes fitness education, and we kind of revamp that in elementary to make it even more movement and more fitness. And we have clubs and activities that that get kids moving a lot. I mean, we try to do a lot of things in that area, and it's not a bad idea to get kids moving more. It's just, where's it going to come from? And the issue is, once the legislators are successful at privatizing or shutting down or doing away with public schools, where are they going to mandate all these things? I think they aren't preparing themselves for the issues that they're going to cause. So just thought it was interesting, and wanted you to be aware of these, on top of the other things that have happened, these pending bills that are further threat to either our resources or our time, or the apparent lack of accountability that some of our legislators feel for-profit institutions need to have.
Isn't there one for the Pledge of Allegiance? And don't we do the Pledge of Allegiance?
We say the
every
Pledge
day?
of Allegiance
Yeah.
every day in every classroom. So yes, that wouldn't
that's
affect
right.
us. But again, that House, or that, we've heard gubernatorial candidate Ramaswamy say that he will mandate the Pledge of Allegiance if he's governor, but he will only mandate it in public schools. You can't mandate it in private or charter schools, even though they get taxpayer dollars. So even that, they need public schools to be able to mandate those things, because they're none of that's aimed at private schools. Science of reading, private schools won't have to participate in that. I mean, you see a pattern here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Intense regulation in one place, no regulation in the other,
Or
and
accountability.
still compare the results. And honestly, through all that, we're still doing pretty well, but eventually that's going to catch up with us.
Yeah, I think the only benefit, and this is all awful stuff, but the more that they push this, the more it brings attention to it, and the more people understand what's actually going on. So they can stockpile this stuff up as high as they want, but at the very least, it's bringing attention to it. And something's got to break. We've been saying it for a while. Something has to change. It's unsustainable. And it feels like in the very near future, that breaking point is here.
It's
So,
closer than it was.
Yeah,
Well, in other states, it's starting, I mean, they're starting to push back. So-
yeah. And it's not just our school, of course, which again, just adding more attention across the state, not just here, but it's unreal.
Any other exciting new business?
Yeah, any other-
to discuss?
yeah, please.
I'll leave it at those for now.
Oh, thank you.
We'll add some more excitement later.
Beth, do you have any other new business?
I do not.
Rain cloud down there.
Okay, I want to read another email that John Franks received today. And I'd like to end on a good note, because
There
we get pummeled enough. And when we do receive something that's a little uplifting, I'd like to read it so that the public and the people that are here know people do appreciate what we do. And for the other board members who got the same email, there is some justice of helping our kids.
And you can say names, because this person specifically asked that I share this with all the board members. So
Okay,
you can read the email.
I will. Hello, Mr. Stoddard, Mr. Franks. This is Calvin's mom. Just letting you know that I was just notified that Calvin made the John Carroll Fall Dean's List. He achieved a 4.0 last semester. He's doing a lot of great work academically and within the community. His areas of study is majoring in biology, second major peace, social justice, human rights, a minor in sociology and criminology. When does he
He needs some recess.
does he sleep?
He's
Maybe
busy.
we need some recess for him.
Wow. He spent most of his winter break shadowing an orthopedic surgeon who did his 3 shoulder surgeries, October 23, March 24, and unfortunately June of 25. He observed office hours in several surgeries. He also worked with special needs individual and homeless. He will be studying abroad in London for 3 weeks after spring semester. Thank you again for your support during BHS years and for the generous scholarship that he received. This Student's name is Calvin Dion. The mother that sent this to us was Karen Sharvat, which is a BSH alum, 1988. So we do,
good work.
No.
yes, we do. Okay, any other new business? All right, our next board meeting, March 9th, here at the auditorium, 6 p.m. John or Beth, any need for executive session?
None for me.
I do not.
With that, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Brian,
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Beth, roll call, please.
Mr. Townsend,
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth,
Yes.
Mr. Berman,
Yes.
Mr. Manfredi,
Yes,
Mrs. Stowe.
Yes.
thank you for being here tonight.